So today we're looking at the Apeman A87 4K action camera that boasts 4K 60 frames per second, and that's coming right up. So like I said, we're looking at this Apeman A87 4K action camera. Now, apparently this camera came out in 2018. And is it still a viable camera in 2021? Well, before I give you my full thoughts on this camera, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get right to the point and show you some footage first, and then we'll talk about what I figure are some of the drawbacks. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing a little giveaway of this action camera because I think there's some people out there that may actually appreciate this action camera as their first action camera, or something that they want to give their kids, or something that they want to put stationary just to kind of record what they're doing. And stay tuned to the end of the video. Well, it may be at the end of the video, maybe it'll be in the middle of the video, but definitely watch the whole video and we'll get to the giveaway, the rules, and all that stuff. But let's get to the footage. All right, using the Apeman A87 4K action camera. I'm speaking behind the camera. It's a little bit windy. You can see a little bit of a breeze there. Image on the screen looks okay. It's a little bit dim on the screen when you're outside, but that's not too much of a problem. You can still frame your image. See how the video quality looks when hand holding it and just walking. The EIS is on. The lens distortion correction is off. Look up at the sky and just walking. Like I said, just hand holding this. So this is 4K at 30. Okay, this is 4K 60 frames per second. Now, not that I'm doubting this camera, but 4K 60, I want to really see, is this 2K up-res or is it 1080p up-res? And I'm not sure image stabilization is actually working at 4K 60. But I'll have to stick it in editing to make sure it is an actual 4K native video and that it's actually 60 frames per second and that there's not any frame doubling going on. Now this is 2.7K 30 frames per second. See how this resolution looks. All right, this is 1080p at 30 frames per second. Let's see how the EIS works with 1080p, just hand holding it and walking. Bright sunlight. And now we're at 1080p 60 frames per second. EIS is still on. See how the video quality looks. Alright, back to 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go around in some shadow area just to see how well that this camera does. Do a little pan to the right, a little pan to the left, a little tilt up, tilt down. We'll roll. So in keeping with mind that this is a budget action camera, and it comes with a lot of accessories, 2 batteries, a wrist remote. The biggest question is, how does the audio sound from behind the camera? And most importantly, how does the video quality look at 4K 30 frames per second? Is it actually a native 4K video? And just from looking on the back of the screen, I can't really tell if the highlights are blown out on the shed on the white portions. It's kind of like a khaki color with, or like an eggshell, and then white trim around the doors. And while I'm in 4K, we'll go up to sunlight, back down, sunlight, back down. See how the exposure compensation is. Okay, shooting 4K, 30 frames per second, and I figured I'd do a quick little audio test in front of the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's do a little image stabilization test with it on versus with it off. So after looking at that video and listening to the audio that comes out of it, and you saw some low light footage and some stabilization examples, what are my final thoughts about this Apeman A87? I think in 2021, because right now it's going for, I believe, $77 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below so that you can check it out. It may be something that you want to consider. Maybe it's not. On a scale of, I'm going to try something new for 2021. On a scale of 1 to 5 on a thumbs up scale, I'm going to give this one a 2. And I want to tell you why I'm giving it a 2. I'm giving it a 2 because in its pros, it is native 4K. So it is 4K at 30 frames per second. The 4K at 60 is incorrect. It is false. And if you look right here, you can see the difference between the 1080 and the 4K. At both of them 60 frames per second, they're identical. It's basically 1080 just upscaled up to 4K. Why do I say that? Because this video is done in 4K, and any of the 1080 clips I've actually upscaled up to 4K. So you can see that 4K 60 frames per second and the 1080p 60 frames per second are identical as far as how they look. Image stabilization kind of reminds me of 2018, where the outside edges kind of got a little bit wobbly, a little warpy. Audio is not that bad on this camera. It records at a decent bit rate, but what kind of gets me is, I mean, it's recording 62, 64 megabits per second, which is not bad for 4K. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's not bad. But the image quality is just not there at 4K. I mean, it's supposed to be a 20 megapixel sensor. I did not shoot any photos with this camera because when I started looking at some of the video, I was just like, well, the majority of people that get an action camera, they are using it for video, not for photos. So I didn't even want to go down the route of photos. The cons against this camera are many, in my opinion. First off, you've got the time and date that you cannot remove. It is on there. And 4 or 5 times when I was using this camera, I would turn it off, turn it back on, and it was like it was a reboot where it asked me English. Do you want English as your primary language? This, that, swipe the screens, this, that. And have to reset the date and reset the time, which I wasn't going to do again. And then it happened to me 2 other videos later. Same thing. It went into this like whole brand new reboot stage again. And I don't know what the deal is with that. I definitely do not like the battery door. And nothing against SJ Cam, and I only bring it up because SJ Cam was one of the first action cameras that I actually ever used and actually started doing reviews on. But they had the same type of little flippy door. And the Apeman Trao, I thought overall was much better camera than what this A87 is. And I don't like the fact that it's got this little funky battery drawer. I don't like the user interface layout, even though it is a touchscreen, which is an upgrade because the A-Band Trao did not have a touchscreen on it. This one's got a touchscreen. It is responsive enough. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it a solid 7 to 8 regarding its touchscreen sensitivity. But as far as the user interface, it is so basic. So, when you look at what comes inside the box, it's got a nice little carrying case. You open it up, you've got a plethora of all of these accessory items in there. And you've even got a little wristband remote. And my wife had kind of said it best the other day when we were talking about this camera. She said, isn't it funny how the cameras that give you the most amount of accessories are usually the lowest quality as far as the image quality that comes out of them? And, I cannot fault her. I believe that she's 100% correct. Now, I'm not saying that the GoPro Hero 9, because what you get with the Hero 9 is you get the Hero 9 and you get a battery. That's it. Well, you get the USB-C charging cable, but that is it. You don't get anything else with it. Yes, it comes with a lot of stuff. Yes, there may be people out there, and you know that this channel has been all about budget-minded products, majority of them being action cameras. But it's been about budget-minded action cameras and products. And yes, $77 for a 4K action camera is a great price to a lot of people out there. In my personal opinion, I would say that this camera is not worth any more than $50. $49, probably a better price. $48, even better. $47, now we're in the ballpark of this being a good deal. Considering that the DB Power, I believe it was the D5, that was a very good action camera for $20. Yes, they were selling them out just to get rid of stock from Amazon, but that was a heck of a buy. This right here, for me, I'm doing a hard pass on. Now, if you got into this portion of the video, we're going to do something real quick. On the bottom of the screen here, you're going to see a little hashtag that says worth it or not. That's how you get entered. You make a comment below, but worth it or not. So, all in all, I didn't do any 720p video on this. I didn't do any slow motion. What you saw was what I did. I did 2.7K. I did the 1080p 60, 1080p 30, 4K at 30 frames per second, and 4K at 60, which is the upscale 1080p 60. Back to the giveaway. Just to let you know, this is for Continental United States only. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that go, man, I am an international viewer, Andre. I've been watching your channel, and you're not giving away anything internationally. I will be doing an international giveaway of something that doesn't require batteries. That is the big caveat. So this is for Continental United States only. There is somebody out there that is watching this that would like an action camera. And it may be your first camera. And it may be an opportunity for you to get a action camera, record some stuff with your family, record some stuff, and start a YouTube channel. Whatever it is that you like to do with it. It comes with 2 batteries. Doesn't come with a battery charger, which is kind of weird, but comes with 2 batteries, all those accessories, everything inside the box, the carrying case, and the outside box is what you're going to get. SD card, you're not going to get because that's something you have to buy on your own. Although I will put a link below to SD cards that I recommend for native 4K action cameras. Continental United States. That's number 1. Number 2, YouTube is not affiliated with this giveaway in any way, shape, or form. You do not have to pay for anything. I will pay shipping to you. I will do the drawing at the end of this month. So on Sunday, January 31st, I will be doing the drawing and giving this away. I will post up the video at noon Central Standard Time right here in the United States. And you have 24 hours to send me an email that you are the winner, because I'm going to do the little random picker wheel. Let it pick the winner. Put the video up at 12 o'clock noon on January 31st on Sunday. And you've got 24 hours to send me an email to this email right here to let me know that, yes, you are the winner. I'm going to give you a code, a special code. You must now post up that code on the giveaway video. It'll be a quick little 4-digit code. You'll post that up in the comment section of the giveaway video just to verify that you are actually you, that there's not somebody trying to impersonate you, the winner. And I will ship this out on Monday. And I'll even ship it 2-day priority so that you can have it. I'll ship it on Monday. That means you'll get it on Wednesday, Thursday at the latest, the postal service. Hopefully somebody out there can use it. If you like it and you want to enter, you got to do it underneath. I already told you what the hashtag is supposed to be. And if you just try to skip forward to the end, then you need to go back and find that spot where I put what that hashtag is. Put the hashtag in the comment section below, and that will automatically enter you. YouTube's not affiliated with this. You must be a subscriber. Oh, see, because you've got to kind of get to this point of the video. You must be a subscriber on this channel, because I want to give back to the subscribers. I just don't want it to be a random giveaway. Somebody comes in, they enter in. I want it to be to the people that actually follow this channel and actually have been loyal to this channel. And it's just my way of giving back. Yes, it's not a GoPro Hero 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. But you know what? Free is free. Nothing wrong with free. So good luck to everybody out there that wants to get in on this action camera giveaway. And I will see you in the next review. Bye-bye.